Yeah.
Go. Alright, welcome to F.D.N.Y. Firefighter. There's gonna be a lot of running around and jumping, and not a lot of firefighting. But, yeah, that's basically what you do in speedrun games. You don't do the thing you're supposed to do, right? Yeah, this first level is just a training course. We'll just be doing some jumping. Game teaches us how to move forward, sidewards, backwards,
And skip
crouch.
sections.
Oh, yep, and we skipped a few sections of these. It's pretty basic stuff, really. Nothing too special about it. The interesting stuff begins to happen in the later levels.
So in case it is obvious, this is obviously a low-budget title. It's going to be full of bugs, and it's going to be very frame rate dependent, which means that some tricks might work and some tricks might not. You won't be able to tell which ones don't work anyway. So
It also plays differently on every single PC, so, you know, it's a fun game to play.
one of the most common bugs is that if you've seen people stream is that the black textures like the ones here in the ship are completely transparent, which makes this game really awful to play. For some reason this game isn't lagging at all, even though we get like, I have a i7 at home with a powerful NVIDIA card, and during some sections I get like 5 frames per second. I don't know what's causing it, so probably some multi-core issues or something, but here it's running very smoothly, which makes this game very hard to run right now.
Yeah, we actually have to play well.
Hose and sections, why we are tapping is basically to save on water. Water comes in bursts. Basically, you don't really see it that well, but there is like every 0.2 seconds there has to be some water for it to go at full speed. So just tapping lightly at a certain pace makes it go well.
And we do that to save water, because if you need to refill the bar, it takes like, I don't know, 7 to 8 seconds. And if we can prevent the bar from refilling, we save quite a bit of time.
And there's probably 2 sets in the game that you cannot one-cycle, everything else can be one-cycled. But especially on this level, this section, and especially the next one with the boat, is going to be super hard. The boat one is very hard because there is a very narrow gap for the extinguishing itself. For the levels themselves, there is some RNG, but the spawns are sort of set, so it's RNG but fixed spawns.
So the goal of the game is to rescue all survivors, and the survivors are located in semi-random spots, but if you play the game enough, you figure out if survivors are in some spots, they won't be in other spots, so hopefully we'll find them easily and quickly.
And this is the one that's really hard to one cycle, and I got it in one cycle, which is really nice.
It's also interesting to used to the sensitivity of the mouse and stuff.
So this is the first actual level of the game. You still do the same stuff as the tutorial level, but
Oh god.
I'll explain one glitch early on in the game. It's called the ladder glitch, and it allows you to basically stay in a crouch state as far as the game is concerned, but you're moving at normal walking speed. So right now the game thinks that I'm crouched, which means that I can actually go inside ceilings and stuff like that. It's a very useful glitch for some sections, and makes some speeds up some sections, and some glitches are easier. Like this one technically is easier with the crouch glitch enabled. There we go, just through there. You can do it without the crouch glitch, but it's kind of iffy at times. Basically how you do it, you just crouch, enter the ladder, and then the game, when you get out of the ladder, the game never recognizes that you actually were in a crouch state in the first place, so the flag is still set for that. Fire hurts you, but if you jump high enough, it doesn't hurt just much, so the crouch glitch is especially useful there because you can just jump inside the building and avoid getting hurt by the fire.
You basically have a heat bar, and if your heat goes too high, you die. That was totally fine. So there's some interesting dialogue going on here and there. So you'll often hear, "We've got a live one here,"
Yeah.
which is become somewhat of a speedrunning thing that we keep saying.
Yeah, this game doesn't really have that much dialogue. Really engaging story. So I'm gonna do the crouch glitch here, which is a little bit different than to what Bang does, but here you can just enter the air ducts while standing, makes funky glitches. Come on. So it might not be really apparent, but if you're playing this for the first time, the movement is very stiff at times, especially when it comes to jumping and crouching. So part of actually mastering this game is just to learn how to get around the horrible movement code.
Oh, come on. Come on. There we go.
So this one is good because the car just flips instantly. This is one of my favorite levels in the game.
It lags horribly on most PCs, but on this one, it's somehow fine. There are glitches in this level where some fires can kill you in one frame. Let's hope that doesn't happen. At least on my PC.
Alright. So something I should mention is that every slope in this game actually boosts you, but you need to be really careful with some of them. You can end up killing yourself easily because you get stuck on a ceiling or some other bit. You'll see some boosting really soon. I'll get the first guys from the interior, jump on top of the car, get a tiny boost there, tiny boost over there, and tiny boost from the windshield of this car. If I can get it, it's a little bit tricky. The other way around. There we go. Speeds up a tiny bit. Overall, when you combine these. And this works on any slope in the game, basically.
On some slopes to great success. You can do super high jumps with these as well.
This guy always likes to go in the fire, so you kind of want to get him before he gets there. So yeah, one of the things the NPCs can do is that they can actually survive in the fire just fine. Like, you don't actually need to rescue them, but they can walk inside the fire, and which means that you gotta wait up to 5 to 10 seconds for them to walk out of the fire.
Yeah, because some of those fires instantly kill you if you touch them, which is fairly annoying.
This is one of the hosing levels where you actually don't need to conserve that much water, because I think you can pretty much one-cycle everything here easily. It helps with the transition though, because during the transition it recharges the bar, and if you save on water optimally, then you don't need to wait on the next section for it to recharge.
That will be very important in the next few sections, but not in this one. This one's fairly easy compared to the other ones.
So the ones who are playing this for the first time, this section is really hard. You actually need to aim to the ground where the black spots are, not where the actual target is.
Yeah, the hitbox for these is really tough to find.
I like how this one always looks like a sad face, or face with the broken textures. So yeah, how we initially got running this game is that we run bad FPS games now and then, race them together, just blind races, and this is one of them. I think it was like 4 to 5 hours first go when we ran it.
Yeah.
It can get really confusing. The one bangerra is doing right now is probably the easiest hosing section in the game.
Yeah, you just go left to right and then you're done. There will be a very interesting fire in one of the next sections that is basically a one-frame extinguishing. Yeah, we'll get to that eventually.
Especially this one where the guy just goes in and nope. Walking out.
This is kind of an interesting thing with broken textures because it's really hard to see where the water hose is pointing at because it completely glitches out. But again, we can see it perfectly fine here, so that's a good thing. Alright. Again, the damn glitch. So what happened is my visor got stuck somehow, and it completely impairs my vision. And I have to press a few random buttons to make it work. With the emphasis on random. So yeah, here we'll be using slopes to a great extent to clip through ceilings.
Yeah, like the slow boost, you can actually use slopes to walk inside ceilings, which is really useful.
If it wants to work, of course. Come on.
Oh.
I'm stuck in the ceiling.
Yeah, you need to kind of crouch to get away from there. It's really easy to get stuck in the ceiling, so...
Come on. This always works normally. There we go.
So you have to go through here to get a trigger so the pillar falls down, and this guy's at the end of the room. Slow boost there, open the walls,
security of
which we're gonna need later. There are actually 2 exits on this level, so it's a little bit different to the previous levels. There's one vault. So this is the pseudo-random thing. You can have a survivor in any of these rooms on the back area. Right now it's the vault, and I think I had, let's see, 2 more survivors. They're all here in the lobby, so this is actually a pretty good spawn for the map. The guy's a little bit further away. Kind of want to wait because they move around, and with good chance they actually get a little bit closer to where you are, right there.
We pick up some dollars along the way. Gotta save the money, right?
Yeah. It's evidence. Don't worry. And the last one has to be rescued on the front entrance for some reason, while the other ones are... The back door is fine for the other ones. Area is clear. This start is so kind of... On the top left, or well, the top, you can see how many survivors there are left on each area. Like this room has one, I'm gonna have to come back here, which is a really unlucky spawn. Here. It's actually very rarely that you need to rescue someone on this room. This area is clear. One survivor here. The next one is, there is another trigger that I want to use. So normally if you play this on a regular PC, unlike these, it lags like crazy on this section. On my laptop I basically have to do the GoldenEye thing and just look in the ground and walls and nothing else, and just navigate using reference points, because it's impossible to play otherwise.
This is the level with the most RNG as well. There's a lot of survivors you have to get, and they are in like the semi-random spots we were talking about earlier. By now we know, like, if we get a survivor, we can rule out some other spots, but eventually it all comes down to luck, whether or not you're gonna get good spawns.
So yeah, the boat levels are some of the hardest ones to actually speedrun.
We use the crouch glitch as well here.
I still do.
It speeds up a few of the rescues because you can clip through a boiler, and that boiler is notorious for killing you if you try to do it the correct way, well, the non-glitched way.
So you can just walk through there, like that. Normally you can crouch through it. If you go crouch and go backwards, it's gonna work for some reason.
Yeah, you can clip through it while crouching as well, but well, technically the game wants you to put out the fire, but yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah. There's only a few fires that we actually put out in this game, so yeah.
Yeah, and those are impossible to like circumvent.
It's more like fire runner, just avoiding all the fires.
Looks like I might have gotten slightly better spawns here. If I can find the final survivor. So yeah, I gained up quite a bit here.
So this area triggers the second position of the map.
Yeah, the boat is capsized, and now we're uncapsizing it by pressing a button.
One survivor in this room. You need to look out constantly on what the survivor count is on the rooms. It's a really good giveaway on where the survivors might be. And during this section, you kind of want to look out. There's one survivor down there. So you kind of want to have a look out on where the survivors are. You're going to need to rescue them.
So there's a trick here that would save about 30 seconds, but we're not going to do it because it's a little bit too hard.
It's very hard, mostly because of the physics of the game make it really hard, so it's best just to skip it completely. Not something for a marathon, like its individual level category would be more better.
And there's a lot of ways to save these survivors, but we're technically going with what is closest to which survivor we rescue. And it can get kind of confusing at times. So I have 2 survivors left, and I have no idea where they are. So this is gonna be interesting.
So in case it wasn't obvious, this game doesn't really have any fall damage. Like you can fall as high as you want and you're not gonna get hurt.
Oasis hired an attacking fly to distract me from my game. I'm going.
Thank you, Fly.
Maybe it's a firefly or something.
So I'm not sure if I mentioned, but the crane always clips, even though it hasn't been lowered. It still clips you, and you can kind of climb out, but the ceiling prevents you from climbing out. So you still don't have to wait for the crane to lower down, even if you just push the button, because it takes quite a bit for the crane to lower down.
Uh-oh.
So during this level, don't be alarmed if we pause for a while, because we had some issues at one point where the screen blanks out.
Could you... Okay. The level refuses to exit, well, like...
We might have to pause a few times here, so we'll see how it goes.
The fly is still being powerful here.
So this is the one frame door. You can barely see it, but the red door, you just need to one frame it and that's it. Just move the mouse there really quickly and that works. Kind of want to aim high on these fires, so the water fall downs when you're tapping. The good thing is that these fires actually extend pretty high, so this is one of the best hosing sections in the game because of that.
Tap, tap, tap.
Intense game.
It's always fun having 5 auto-scrollers in your game.
So on the next map, it's gonna be the subway map, and it's gonna introduce you to your new enemy, which is the dog. And the dog is your enemy because it's so hard to rescue at times. It has a really terrible hitbox model. It's like
it's a German Shepherd, but it has the hitbox of a Chihuahua. So.
yeah. So it's so many times I've actually had to turn back to get him. So the first impossible one cycle is coming next.
It's not impossible.
It's somewhat possible,
It's not impossible.
But IL. Not during a marathon run.
Let's see if I can get it and gain up some time here.
Oh, you go for it. So the main reason why it's hard is because some of the fires are behind the dumpsters. If you click and save, it's really hard to hit them consistently. So I think that's the last fire that you need to get. The map, yeah. But you really cannot conserve any water on this map that easily. Subway rescue. At least the screen didn't blank out this time around.
Oh yeah,
which is nice. It's weird to play this game as it's supposed to be. Like, I've never played this game so smoothly.
There, I got the one cycle. Alright.
Oh, right. Mr. Impossible.
So, on this level, it's very, very important that we pick up the hose. Because if we don't pick up the hose, we get to a section at the end of the level where we actually can't advance without having the hose. And that would waste, like, I don't know, 3 minutes to go get it? Something like that. Also a lot of fire, but we really don't care about it.
This is the only part where you care about the fire. You just put out these flames, and then you can continue. Physics.
Come on.
Oh, Fire Girl was nice. So that's the Fire Girl, and it's Fire Girl because it always walks inside the fire and it's impossible to get her quickly.
If she's walking in the fire.
Yeah.
She's being nice to me as well. Okay. This is a weird jump.
What I do here is that I do the crouch glitch, and then I'm gonna go inside the train car. Why I need the crouch glitch is that I can stay further away from the fire than normal. Normally you'd be pretty much at 80% fire hazard bar thingy. Yeah, you had something to say?
I forgot.
Alright. So this is one of the first two-potter levels. You go inside here and you get to the second level. For some reason you lose all your items. I guess the door slams shut and you forgot all your hoses and everything behind, or they just didn't bother coding it. So you have to get a second hose.
Yeah, that's the one. If you forget about it, then yeah. Good luck finding it. And they put it on one of the hardest spots to actually find if you're playing through the level, because it's hidden behind like a crouching section.
So this level has probably one of the most survivors in the game.
Uh-oh.
This fire here, you can walk through it, it's fine, but you cannot walk the other way around, so you have to put it out and then go back for some reason. It works only one way.
Oh, I got the bad spawn.
So this is basically a puzzle in my FPS game. You just have to turn off those flames and advance.
The one puzzle.
Yeah. wait here a little bit, and now go. If you hug the wall while you break it, you can actually end up inside the ground, which is not fun. Go for this guy first, and these are the dogs I mentioned about. Spawns can get really weird on this section here, so... Oh yeah, should probably mention we're running this on medium, but if you run this on easy mode, the AI buddy that you have actually rescues people for you, and if you play this on hard, if you die, you actually have to rescue yourself.
Yeah. Your body drops in the fire, and then you have to rescue your own body.
Yeah.
Where is the final survivor?
It's probably in the train tracks somewhere.
Ah, there he is. I found one. Alright. Final hosing section coming up. Oasiz is already on it.
And Bang is usually better with the hosing sections, so he's probably going to catch up on this level.
A little bit. There's not much to catch up for, like a few seconds here and there. It'll all come down to the very final level anyway, because there's some very weird geometry going on there.
Yeah. So basically they ran out of ideas for this hosing section, so you're just basically dosing the same set of windows, except now it's mirrored and it's just any window surface they could put in the game, they just put them in the game. So this one, I think this one is impossible to one cycle at least. This is the other one. Well, show me, Bang. I challenge you. Anyway, it's you can tell from the bottom left that there are 6 flames, and they actually give you the same amount of water, regardless of the flame count. So 5 flames is still doable with economical stuff, but 6 is way harder.
The thing is with this one, it doesn't actually save much time to one cycle it, because the bar has to fill anyway for the next section.
Yeah.
So yeah, I one cycled it, Oasiz. It's completely fine.
Alright.
I saved like, I don't know, a second with that.
Alright. Cool.
Alright. Just gotta let you know I'm on your heels.
Yeah, alright.
Time is of the essence.
Yeah. Just hosing my windows.
Alright.
So that's one of the easiest hosing sections, and Bang is doing it right now. You don't really need to do anything except just move your mouse left and right, just a very tiny bit between the windows.
Moving your mouse a very tiny bit can be a hard thing though.
Yeah. It probably doesn't show on stream, and I don't think we mentioned, but the hosing is actually really challenging because the target itself is very delayed when you use it.
Yeah.
So there's like a half a second delay at worst between your mouse movement and the target.
It's the travel time of the water, it's normal.
Yeah. Simulator.
Firefighting simulator.
Yeah.
2015. These graphics are maybe too advanced for a 2015 simulator game.
No, it's like 2005 or something. 2004.
Oh. I somehow entered the 3rd stall while I was trying to enter the 2nd stall. That's interesting.
So here's another doggy. There are some jumps I can do here, but they are really hard to do on this computer for some reason, except I got it on the first try now, but... I really like these jumps. They're cool because they can be really consistent if you get them. But
The barrel boss.
yeah,
Nope. We call it the barrel boss because it's the first instance where you have to actually use the spacebar.
no, actually, the hosings do require
Oh, yeah.
spacebar.
Well, where you have to move items with the spacebar, I'd say.
Yeah. So there is an alternative for that. If you don't get the barrel, then you just gotta have to skip it and use this section from the side. Alright, I think I managed to do slope glitching there, so I have to crouch and go back. Otherwise it's gonna leave me in the sky, or like leaving me in the air. The game simply doesn't check if you're supposed to be at what height, so I had to do that. Donations.
Go for it.
Cool, thank you. We actually have a $15 donation from Anonymous with no message, but thank you very much for your generosity, Anonymous. And just to remind people, this is a charity event. If you want to get your donations
Come
in,
on.
then now would be a perfect time. Thank you.
Really? Okay, this is interesting.
Huh? Gonna do a triple death here.
Alright.
So what I'm doing here is actually the only instance of a death warp, and it's actually really useful because you have to get the two guys here, but there's one guy that's like below here, so it's actually useful to do death warp a few times. So I get to do the ladder glitch here. I'll
Where
just make
is
sure that I
dude
got it,
number 2?
because now I can skip a lot of the sections easier later on.
I can't find dude number 2. Okay.
There's gonna be one here.
Getting down here is the hardest thing ever.
Get these guys. So to keep the crouch glitch, you just need to avoid crouching again. If you crouch again, it's gonna cancel it. This one is much easier to do with the crouch glitch, because you can just jump over. The hitboxes are much smaller, or they are not as against you.
Oh, I got a really bad spawn again. Dang.
And you'll see the beauty of the crouch glitch pretty soon. It's like the longest use in the game.
Got the worst possible spawn here, which is kinda...
Yellow room.
No, green room. And I can't find the green room. There we go.
So right now I'm in the air ducts, but I'm crouch glitched, so I can just walk through areas and stuff.
Where is this dude? Okay.
And the final level.
Good luck.
This one is a little bit tricky. Get this one here. At the same time, you kind of want to scout where the other guys are. There's 3 survivors here and 3 identical areas, and under one of these identical areas you have the actual exit itself.
Okay. I got stuck again. Great game.
So the survival I want is here. Need to take the ladder up. There. Normally you can just bump through the ceiling and get him there, but
Hello? Okay. Ah, this game.
And you should probably get ready on time for the first player soon.
Oh boy.
I guess we still want to include you in the timing.
Sure.
Yeah. First player time is now.
Good job.
So I'm gonna let Bang Screen do the ending thing because he actually has sound, so it's gonna be more exciting.
It didn't work last time, and I can't find these survivors, man. Where are they? Okay, there's one.
Yep.
I catch him through the ceiling, which is fine.
Alright, you get to see the trick there, at least.
Alright, and I have to find one more survivor. Hello? Not there.
Second level, I guess.
No, he's on the bottom floor somewhere.
Alright, last one.
I got some really bad spawns here. Oh,
Don't spawn.
Don't
jump.
go there. Okay, there he is. Just wondering. What are they doing here anyway? Alright. Time is coming up. Now.
Alright, congrats.
Alright, now we can see, hopefully, the final cutscene.